Welcome to Abu Dhabi Talks. My name is Sana Diab. And my lovely co-hosts today are Ro and Freya.
Hi.
Hi.
So today we have a really good topic, which I think so many people are going to relate to. It's couples in quarantine, the challenges faced by us. Now, the challenges we're all facing, as well as knowing that our partners are really hairy during this phase. You may wake up next to your wife one morning and I would say deal with it by complimenting her on her moustache and nothing else. But on a serious note, no, there are some challenges we are facing being together one-on-one, 24 hours a day. I don't think we've spent that with anyone in our lives, actually, whether it's colleagues, children, parents, we don't. So we're going to talk about that today amongst couples. And we have with us today...
Two of our guests tonight are Richard and Dee. Say hi.
Hi.
Dee and Richard actually live here in Abu Dhabi. Also joining us are Paulina and Bart,
Hello.
and they live in Belgium. Last but not the least, we have Snacky, who is joining us all the way from Vancouver, Canada. How long have you been quarantined together now?
2 weeks now.
2 weeks.
1.5, almost 2 months.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a month and a half for now. Yeah.
My husband is in the UAE and I am here, and we are not able to, he's not able to visit and I can't go and see him either. So we've been separate for over a month and a half now.
It's 5 weeks for us now as a couple.
Yeah.
Ro, how long is it for you?
Enjoy
Five,
it.
6,
weeks.
5, 6.
6 weeks?
Yeah,
I think
think
6
so.
weeks for you.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Rose
Kids,
is
it's
a
easy.
unique case. She's quite her. I think her and her family, husband, are quite happy. They're in their element being quarantined. Whereas I ordered some boxing gloves, rolling my sleeves up now.
Yeah.
Okay, so how has it been for you guys? I mean, Dee,
We have 2 bedrooms. We live in a 2-bedroom, and the spare room is now using as its office.
To say just that indeed it has been a challenge. It has been a personal challenge, as also in couple challenge, as mom challenge.
Well, the biggest change is that you are with your child the whole time. Huh? So when you wake up, you have your child running around. You're always with him and you're always with your partner. You're the whole time together.
That part is really tough. The kids really miss him. I really miss him. Would have been very nice to be able to at least plan for a visit very soon, but even talking about a plan is not even possible at this point.
Have you been apart before for this amount of time?
This is probably the longest that we've ever been apart. Usually when I do travel to see family in Canada, he will follow, so he'll have his holiday time with us and then we'll fly back together. So this is definitely going to be very soon the longest that we've ever been apart since we've been married.
So how do you cope?
We do make a point to send each other messages, voice notes, so they are a little more personal than just words. We do send memories. We try to be as romantic as possible, if that's even possible, via messengers and specifically WhatsApp. Yeah.
Okay, so as a couple, have you found anything new about each other now that you're always together?
Not really, because me and Richard were very close. Like, I have already told him everything about me, and he have already told a lot about him. And the funny thing is, we chat in the messenger. Hi, babe, how are you doing there?
Different rooms.
Just as if he's at work. That's really nice, though.
Yeah, try and keep it as normal as you can, really. I think that's the key.
But before the quarantine, we also spend a lot of time together. And the weekend, for example, we're always together in the weekend. It's not that you are one day away and Sunday, for example, I'm the whole day away with my friends, or I go biking. We before we also did a lot of stuff together.
Mm.
So much on that thing to know new things about each other.
That's interesting, because I find the couples who do spend a lot of time together are finding it easier to cope in quarantine, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the comment you made earlier, sorry, you're right, I do talk a lot.
I'm loving it, it's great.
Your comment about like the hairy moustache and all that, I think as you get older, you realise that, you know what, my belly does hang over my belt, and it's not going to change now. I'm not going to have a six-pack.
Right there with you, Richard. Don't worry about it.
You know, and yeah, Dee's not been to the salon for a few weeks, but do I care? Not really.
So how are you keeping yourselves busy then during these times when you can't go out? Do you find something new to do together? Something like a hobby?
And keep it clean, people. Keep it clean.
No, this is very clean and this is very educational. We do a lot of Scrabble.
Scrabble.
Yeah, we do. We played when I have two friends who got stuck up here for almost a month. So we were playing the board.
Yeah, with Theo, we have to go out. Otherwise, I discovered that more than 3 episodes of Paw Patrol is very dangerous. Kids,
Everyone,
even for parents.
everyone, just the kids.
Even for parents.
yeah.
Way too graphic. Anyway, how are the boys?
They're good. They're doing pretty good. The setup here is nice. There's the backyard. I'm in a very quiet neighborhood. There's no lockdown, so we can still go out for walks and get some fresh air. And so, but there's just social distancing. There's no lockdown. It's just social distancing. A lot of the businesses are closed, of course. But yeah, I can take a walk down the trail. I went to the forest the other day through the trees on a little trail walk with the boys. And people just move over. They're very respectful here. They're really abiding by the social, at least in my neighborhood. They're following the distancing rules very, very closely. So it's easy to go outside.
So how many times do you check in upon sort of what's going on with the pandemic? Do you watch the news a lot? How do you sort of catch up?
In the beginning, me a lot because it was here and what's happening in Mexico. So it was a little bit too much. You?
Yeah, indeed. Around 2 times a day. Like every morning, there's like more or less a small conference. Like they say how many casualties they are and this and that. I'm just checking like 5 minutes if it's evolving good or bad. And then perhaps once in the evening to see if there's anything that has changed, because information changes very fast. So they decide something in the morning and the evening, it's already something different. So you have to catch up, but it's impossible to check every hour because you can get really in a bad mood, really down and really depressed. So it's best to check your news not so often, but often enough to keep up to date. Yeah.
Try not to watch the news too much. Watch the news. Always watch the news in the morning. That's a thing I learnt from my dad. And watch it at lunchtime. And then that's it. We don't watch it anymore because you only it just goes round and round and round telling you the same old stuff. I know when I wake up tomorrow morning, unfortunately, thousands of people are going to pass away throughout the world. And I can't stop that and I can't affect it. And if I could, I would. And it doesn't matter how much we pray and how much we discuss it, it's not going to change. So I don't want to waste my energy and Dee's energy on that too much. Let's concentrate on us keeping well, making sure our family are well, and getting the job done and get out of this on the other side, and hopefully everyone will be with us on that journey.
Back in the day, the news would be on just a few times. We didn't have like 24-hour news channels. And I feel like in one way, sort of having constant news really kind of conditions that fear into people and that worry and the stress and the anxiety. So I do that as well. And I think probably because we were used to watching the 9 o'clock news at night, once a day or twice a day. And I don't like watching the news more than that. It's now people who are probably a generation younger than me, or they just watch it all the time. And I'll catch up once a day now, and that's it. Because you know, when you're already living in this environment, and that's all, anything you're getting in your home is just more stress. So I think that's key as well, just limiting the amount of information you have. We know we're in the pandemic. We know what we have to do. Check in once a day.
What are you two looking forward to when the pandemic is over?
I know. I have my answer. I want to take Theo to his grandparents and to spend a day together. But you know, like just Bart and me going to the cinema. We haven't seen any movie in this quarantine.
No.
Yeah.
Any movie, crazy.
Well, we're looking forward to, because it was my birthday on the 16th of April.
Oh, belated
happy
birthday.
And prior to the COVID, we're supposed to be on a holiday in the UK, but then we have to cancel it. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm also looking forward to coming home to see how my children there and, you know, my family is doing.
What am I looking? I'm actually really looking forward to seeing him again, just to having him physically in front of me, you know, just someone to hug, someone, you know, when you see their smile, that connection, that just that intimacy between you and another person. And that can go for not just necessarily your husband, it can go for your friends. I grew up here. I have many, many friends here, and I haven't been able to see a single person since I've arrived. So a lot of these friends I haven't seen for years, and I still can't see them so close, but still so far.
So far.
Just being able to go out on a Thursday evening, nice and early, couple of drinks, a few bar snacks, and just genuinely seeing other people and seeing what they're up to. We sound like we always spend our days in the pub, but we don't. But just socialising outside of the house will be a big thing. And I do dragon boat racing as well, and I'm probably going to retire now. I don't think I'm going to do it anymore. I don't think I'll get fitness, but just getting in the gym and going for walks and just generally doing something.
I think it's a small thing, haven't it?
Yeah, it's not massive, but yeah. I mean, I'm not a gym bunny by any stretch of the imagination, but not being able to do it, it's like, I really miss it now. Yeah.
To be honest, before it was a very big rush to wake up early, go to work, make sure that I'm on time to pick up Theo from school, started cooking very fast, putting him to bed at 7:30, but all together with you, of course.
Thank you.
But I mean, that was a very big rush. It's always a rush, or the other way around. So I'm not looking forward to go back to that routine because it's hard, you know. When you work both full time, it's also a very big rush. And now everyone has to take a step back, has to relax, has to spend their time with their family. And
so you like it that things have slowed down a bit?
Yes. I think everyone needed that a little bit to slow down. Everyone was rushing way too fast.
It's been good, actually, good and bad, isn't it? This whole situation.
It really has. Yeah, it's really exaggerated everything that's great and everything that's difficult. Especially within a couple, you know, you really get to see what you were missing, what you miss in that person, and what you really want to, that you kind of, I'm glad I'm not dealing with that anymore.
Yes. Wow, Bart. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah. Anytime.
Good luck with editing all the...
Richard and Dee, you've been amazing. Thank you so much for gracing the show.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot.
and you're doing a great job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dee and Richard. Oh, thank you so much, Snacky. We miss you.
Thank you for having me. I miss you all as well. Bye.
Have a lovely time in Canada.
Thank you.
And to everybody, thank you so much for watching. So, till next Thursday. Bye.